Hey everybody, Joel Nelson here. I just got done watching my good buddy Nick Linder's video on the walleye cabin kit, and the folks at Northland sent me the panfish kit. So I've got my boys in the boat, and pretty good timing. This is usually the time of year where we're getting ready to head out and do some crappie fishing in the shallows, eventually some bluegill fishing, and kind of interested in this. They tell me there's going to be 10 lures in here, 10 different pieces of tackle for panfish. And it's going to vary from box to box, so it's never going to be the same. But kind of interested to see what they put together for our kit, and I'll have Isaac do the honors. Slice it open, bud. All right. So here we go. You want to open it?
No, I don't.
All right. I'll open it. Ooh, all right. So right away, I noticed a couple fan favorites. We've got a couple really good ones here. I'm just going to break it down. The rumble bug, it's interesting. Maybe a couple of years ago, I probably wouldn't have called this much of a panfish bait. I've got two of them in here, and I tell you, these days for crappies, more than ever, especially as we get into the summer, I'm trolling all kinds of different baits to catch crappies. So that's kind of a neat addition. Here, check those out in those colors. This one, this is a favorite of mine. These are these impulse pre-rig baits. And if you check these out, this one's kind of got that minnow tail version. This is what I use a ton of in the spring. And Mike, if you remember last year, we used this a lot during the bluegill spawn. Yep. Crappies in the shallows, throwing them underneath bobbers, that was sweet. And these are cool too. The Slurpee small fry, that's definitely a sweet crappie bait as well. Here, you hold that. Light bite bobber. There are all kinds of versions of this, right? There's the slip bobber version. But this spring-loaded version is sweet because if you're fishing, especially shallow fish, right off the bat, it's awesome just to be able to tie that sucker on, quickly adjust the depth that you need it to be. You know, you're fishing in 3 feet of water or less with something like this, so it's a pretty good pickup. And then, probably my number one panfish, at least bluegill bait of all time, the firefly jig. You tip this thing with anything, a little bit of plastic, a little bit of meat, wax worms. Mike, I think you like those colors too. That chartreuse is sweet. RZ jigs, that's cool. Any kind of soft plastic will go on the back of that sucker, so that's really good. Isaac, you hold that. Hey, Isaac, your mimic minnow critter craw. That's pretty awesome. I'd call it more of a bass bait, but definitely perch, especially down in the river. Eat all kinds of crayfish, so that's a good pickup too. And then this one's awesome, really buggy looking panfish pre-rig, and a color I really love in black. For panfish, black is just a sweet color. I'm lobbying constantly for them to make more of it. So black is kind of like secret weapon color for me when it gets really tough out there. Here, you hold that. And then the venerable gypsy jig. If you've never fished a gypsy jig in the spring, underneath a float, for crappies especially, absolutely wonderful. This size actually in the 32nd, really good for bluegills too. I'd probably trim that skirt just a little bit for bluegills, put a little bit of bait on it, but the hook size is just perfect. So boys, dump them all back in. That's a pretty sweet and complete box. I really love the options with the crankbaits in there. A little bit unconventional, I like that. And then I also love the bobbers. You just can't have enough of these things in the boat. So there you have it. It's the kind of box where I think, like Nick pointed out, be great for a Father's Day type gift. Just a neat surprise. I know, boys, you've been part of different tackle box subscriptions over the years, different boxes that come in the mail. And man, they run to the mailbox. I've never seen them want to get the mail so bad as to when Mystery Tackle Box or some of these others came out. So yeah, it's the Northland Cabin Kit. It's the Panfish Edition. Happy to have it. Happy to check it out. 10 different baits in there. It's going to vary. And yeah, whether you're getting it for a gift or for yourself, it's kind of a cool way, too, to challenge you to fish different patterns, different ways, and learn different techniques to help you catch more fish doing it.